Well, folks, there you have it. The Browns somehow, just in classic Browns fashion, lose to the Vikings 21-17. I think it's final. I don't fucking know. That one hurt real bad. The Browns led for majority of the game. Defense played well, not as good as they have the first few weeks, but good enough to win. It's time. Look, Gabriel played for a first start. You couldn't ask for a better first start. Did he light it up? No, but no turnovers, 2 touchdowns. I mean, we also rushed for 140 something yards. Quinshawn Judkins is a beast. Kevin Stefanski is doing absolutely nothing to help himself to keep his job. Right now, that game was lost by Kevin Stefanski. Using up all his timeouts, I don't know what he was doing. Clock management, awful. Play calling, awful. I mean, I get he was probably trying to protect Dylan Gabriel, but and we've been saying this for years, there's no creativity in the route concepts at all. I mean, Kevin Stefanski just got walked up and down the chessboard by Kevin O'Connell yesterday. The problem is, look, Kevin Stefanski can write some nice game scripts. He has some nice little dump-off screenplays he can create. But other than that, man, I'm just not impressed. And, we're to the point now, because we got some good players. The only thing, and I've been Andrew Berry's biggest critic, and I still think from a depth standpoint, in a lot of positions we're currently fucked because of Andrew Berry. But he did help his case for retaining his job from his draft this year. He had a really good draft. So he helped his case for sure. Is it enough for him to retain his job? I don't know. But there needs to be a culture. It's getting to the point there needs to be a culture change. And that culture is established by the head coach. I like Kevin. I think Kevin's a good coach. I just don't know if Kevin is a good head coach. Sometimes I think Kevin enjoys just being a play caller, really, at this point. He loves calling plays. Maybe if Kevin wasn't so worried about calling plays and what he's going to call his next drive, he wouldn't have mismanaged his timeouts or the clock. I don't know. But I think Kevin just wants to call plays, guys. I really do. That game should not, there is no excuse that game should have been lost yesterday. No excuse. It's a shame, too, because the AFC North's a mess with Joe Burrow out, Lamar Jackson out. I mean, you're a blocked field goal away from being 0-5. You could be 3-2 if you win this game and the opener where Smith, but that doesn't matter. This team needs a culture change. It's getting to that point because they're starting to adapt to the losing. You can tell they're not finishing football games, and eventually that mindset or that pattern becomes contagious. Do I trust that Jimmy Haslam and J.W. Johnson, who goes after one win and frickin' calls out people on Twitter for being trolls, which is an embarrassment for someone who's involved in owning a professional sports team? That alone proves to me that they'll never make the right decisions. In the end, the Browns are going to struggle because the people in power. But I don't know who they would hire. Probably another person just like Kevin Stefanski. They're never going to hire somebody that's a football guy that's going to come in and tell them, this is how I want things done and this is how it's going to be done. But, man, I just don't, I don't like where we're at right now. I know wide receiver wise, we do not have any talent. The route concepts are terrible. It's time, if not this week, definitely next week. If Kevin Stefanski wants to save his job, it's time to let Tommy Rees call plays. Kevin, it's time. You're not dialing up anything super fancy. We haven't scored 20 points, more than 20 points in since December of last year. Let your OC be the OC. If you want to be a fucking play caller, resign and go apply for some OC jobs. Because it's you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything to justify that you should be calling plays. Let Tommy Rees call plays. Get out of your own fucking way. I'm not saying it's going to be better, but I don't know. We need something different. Let your OC be his OC. If you want to be a fucking OC, go be an OC somewhere. It's a shame, man. And it's to the point, do you want this guy? Because it don't matter if you go get the best quarterback in the draft next year. If you're calling the game plan and calling the plays the same way, you're still not going to score more than 20 points. I don't care who the fuck you got at quarterback back there. I mean, you rush for a fucking 140 yards. See, that's how Kevin Stefanski wins. Right there was a typical Kevin Stefanski win. And he didn't win. Like, the way the game was called, he had everything he wanted out of a quarterback happened yesterday. No turnovers, 2 touchdowns. The running back combined, the running backs rushed for 140 yards. The defense gave you 2 turnovers, and you lost the game. Kevin Stefanski cannot win another way. I like Kevin, but it's time to give up play calling, Kevin. If you want any chance of saving your job, you need to give up play calling. And it needs to be this week. I need to see it. These are one of those times I wish Jimmy Haslam would fucking be like, Kevin, it's time to let Tommy Rees call the offense. You just worry about. I need to see it. It's unacceptable. The players are going to start just accepting this losing mindset. It's not good for the rookies to accept. Look, I'm not saying I expect us to be a 10-win team and make the playoffs. But these winnable games, we got to win. We got a bunch of good rookies. We need to teach them, that we're going to win football games, and we're just not there yet. But we don't need them to start accepting this loser mentality. I'm so frustrated. Dude, this is more frustrating than the 1 and 32. I don't know about you guys, but the Hugh Jackson era, this is way more frustrating than that. It's awful, dude. It is so unacceptable. And this is all on Kevin. All on Kevin. I need to see Tommy Rees calling plays. I need to see a change. Kevin, Andrew, Jimmy, somebody fucking make it happen.